brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the wrong lead. Oh, there will come. We're out up till dawn, but how can I hide it without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Oh, we're all like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile. I was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Eh. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Eh. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife.
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
Another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right. right, we're losing track of time, buying things online and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. We were on the run, rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound.
For Yis, I thought that the thing at the end of the tongue was just part of like an issue when I saw it on Discord. So I didn't realize it was actually part of the logo.
Well,
I
his
do love
internet
it.
sucks, and he's mad.
Yeah, he is mad. Just like
Or
we're
actually her.
just
Yoshi's
like
a girl, right?
our
Yeah,
production's
Yoshi's
a little
girl.
mad about the misbands, which you can see them filling in there by word. You got a
Twisted
Twisted
Fate, Nyla. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love the ingenuity. I love
Oh,
the
We
the
love,
we adapt,
love.
we overcome here. As we have a first pick Maokai, look, is a flex pick, can go jungle or top. But we all know what lane you really want the Maokai to be in. It's that support role. Same thing with the Karma. Can be flexed top mid, or it can be top mid or support. But we all know you want to play the mid Karma.
Yeah, and the Smolder coming through, we have seen it banned basically every game that we've casted so far. So this will be exciting to get to see my boy coming out, the young
Your boy?
Smold.
Your-
My boy,
your
the young
child?
Smolder. My child, the young Smolder.
Yeah, the sun. So they do get the Senna pick on the side of XG Fairy into Smolder, which is a very good pick. Oppressive in lane, pairs up with the Maokai in bot lane very well. And so I like the Senna coming out. Nico as well is a great pick. I think XG Fairy, this draft already in the first 3 slot picks, looking really good. Zach comes out as a strong answer into Senna. But overall, I'm still going to give it to XG Fairy in this draft here. This 3 core champion picks look really great.
I think they're good. I think we'll have to see how the rest of this draft develops. We do see, unless that is Nico jungle, which I don't think that's going to be it. We do see a little bit of differentiation on both sides between support pick, AD pick, if these both are going support, and then
Yeah.
mid and jungle. So already seeing that reflected in the ban. They're actually they're going for the brand, get rid of that, already annoying in the jungle, getting rid of the Lilia. Also in a pretty good spot right now. I've seen some pretty scary games of Lilia, but the Olaf ban coming out of XG Fairy seems a little odd. I guess they're believing an Olaf top.
It looks like they're not going to pick any really serious peel for their Senna, so an Olaf ban would be pretty nice. Maokai can't stop Olaf, so if they do play it on the opposite side, it is a pretty good pick. They've neglected to ban Silas, though, and that's going to go ahead and get snapped up right away. Not the best matchup into Nico early, but with a Maokai ultimate or potentially Nico ultimate in the future, looks like some serious engage and lots of dive potential from the Silas. And now an Aatrox ult on top of it.
Yeah, those are a lot of good ults to take. Aatrox maybe not as much, but it's still between Nico, Senna, Maokai, all good. Aatrox top means there's gonna have to be something. Oh, actually, this is an Aatrox.
Is it Kled mid?
It could be Kled mid.
Because Kled does destroy Silas. Kled could go to either now. So.
Yeah, Kled gets to go to either. They're both good options for him to play into. Zeus, a little confused there, drops the Renekton for their final pick. I think we'll have to wait and see how this goes once we're into game, but just based on initial picks, what are your thoughts on this, Crims? Has it changed at all in the second half?
XG's Fairy's comp is pretty straightforward. Makes a lot of sense. They have the Maokai, who's super strong. They have the Senna, super strong right now. Nico's a great pick overall. For simplicity's sake, and on top of that, they have a very good 3-core that works very well. I'm gonna go with Fairy. Not saying that Yis don't have any good answers. They do have the Silas, they have the Zac. But other than scaling on the Smolder, I don't really like their comp too much. They're basically heavy dive and they have 2 poke chambers.
I agree. I think it is a little bit more disjointed over there. But we'll have to see as we load on into the game, our first game of this series of the night. And, I think there are some implications, especially for playoff standing right now. We are in the we're in week 5, only 2 more weeks left after this. So, these teams are starting to kind of jockey for position where they are right now in the standings. And looking at it, both these teams, they're vying for that #1 spot in Group C. XG Fairy, 4-0. Yoshi's internet sucks, 3-1. Like, this could determine who gets first in this group.
I believe that if XG Fairy do beat Yis, they will win the head-to-head. Yeah. And that will put them in first, despite the match record. Yeah. Although I do think if they win 2-0, they will tie match record and have the head-to-head. And so, yeah, this is very important for that first seed in Group C here. And so there is stakes for this game. However, obviously both these teams are going to be through to playoffs. So not the most pressure, but if you want to set yourself up for a good playoffs run, winning this series right here is going to start that off very nicely.
I agree. And looking at it too, I think, let's see, if I'm reading this correctly. Okay, so am I reading this? Yes, I think I am reading this correctly. Oh no, because they still have to play TMG. Okay. I was going to say, I think if XGF wins this series, it's just a lock for the playoffs. But it's not quite. They haven't played True Mind Gaming yet. True Mind could theoretically, even if XGF wins today, still catch up to them. But speaking of catching up, T-Light's catching up right there on Rough Luck. We talked about. I'm happy to see Smolder, but he has the same problem as Senna. Very, very weak early game.
I mean, Senna's way better than Smolder early game. But you are right. These champions are the strongest. Level 2 first for Yis.
Yeah, they get the first. So they do go in with an early engage. Does miss the enhanced Q, so not going to get much out of that. Goat Lista is getting a lot of stacks. Gets the W down. Forces the flash out of Rough Luck.
And now they're tanking the wave, though. They should keep fighting, and that fight fizzles out. But I mean, that was potentially a lot of minion damage if that was to continue. Hypnotic coming around the side.
Yeah, Hypnotic looking for it here, does get rooted up, and then by the Maokai too, is very low now, is gonna have to run, but is not gonna get away there with that Ignite ticking, and Goatlista is gonna pick up the first kill of this game.
Looks like they're doing farming Senna here, which is completely okay. That is more likely now. Technics looking for a gank up top.
Yeah, looking for a good one here. Baits the Renekton, but Fat and Sweaty picks up Spoobert before anything can happen. Is just gonna walk right on back. Technics is so confused. It's like, wait, where'd he go? Oh, he killed him. I don't know what to do.
All right, I guess this game started so fast we didn't have time to talk about lane. So it is the Cladding with Silas, and it is the Neeko jungle. As another gank's coming down.
Another gank, this time on against Spoobert. They're gonna throw him forward, but I think Fat and Sweaty is a little too living up to more the second half of his name right now. A little scared about diving
Look at the
in.
Krug!
Yeah,
the little Krug!
Where'd the little Krug come from? Oh, it was the Neeko. Oh, it didn't show up on our end.
Bro,
Oh, we're just
you
seeing
got
twice happening.
bamboozled. Oh,
I did. Now,
my
not important,
God.
and Spoobert just juking out. That was a lot of.
It's not often that someone bamboozles a caster.
I know. I was really confused. I'm like, where the hell did that Krug come from? And I didn't even look at like the mini map. I was like, where? What?
Well, no, you do that so you don't show up on the menu. So you would have got a double confused. Oh man, that's so funny seeing like the little Krug run up to Silas there.
I know.
Unfortunately, didn't get the kill. Was a flash though.
We also didn't see a kill go through on the top side either, but another opportunity. They're going back in on the smoke. Spoobert, they're gonna throw him back into the minions. Fat and Sweaty looking to pick this up. Going really slow here. Oh, actually, is he gonna be able to get this? Yeah, he should have that pretty easily. Spoobert does not call the bluff.
That's a lot of action top lane. That's 3 ganks in top side. None of them going Spoobert's way. Fortunately for there. There's 2 deaths already on this Aatrox here. And, I mean, Renekton going to take a very strong early lead. Let's see if they can keep that one going. As topside looks pretty good. On the flip side, though, XGF on their bot side.
Yeah,
duking it out.
Little harassment going there. They do root up Hypnotic, so he's just going to have to back up there. Especially with the lights showing up. Oh, when they're engaged once the Maokai shows. They're starting to get their poke up. We are seeing the poke starting to, chip a little bit away. It is harder once you've, gotten the wave pushed for Maokai to really get a lot of that poke in. It's pretty easy to dodge saplings out of bushes. And overall, game is, it's even in gold, but that is I feel like it's underappreciating just how big a lead right now is forming in top lane by Fat and Sweaty.
Yeah, Fat and Sweaty definitely has cantankerous lead there. And is already half an item just about right now. Ooh, look at that Lista. Going for some very aggressive trades. I like this on Senna. Definitely how you want to play her. You can't just sit back and farm. You have to get those souls to make this champion worth it. And being aggressive and getting those 2 hits is the way to do it.
Yeah, but gotta be careful. We do see the Zac there looking to go in. Lista going in, does miss the arm, and now comes forward and manages to surprise gank, and they pick up the Smolder. Now everyone running for their life, not important, is not gonna die right now, but Tech is going forward. They might try to dive this. They're looking for Hypnotic. Here comes the Kled zooming in, but the Zac does go back forward. Anything Hypnotic is gonna pick up a kill there. They're still
go Lista.
Oh, non-important picks up another. Yeah, Goat Lista there taking grid shots. This has turned into a disastrous attempt. And now the Silence tier 2. They're looking for another. Technics takes down Hypnotic, but they're going to lose their mid laner in the process. 3 for 2 in favor of Yis.
That went from so good to so bad in a very short time frame. Gold evened up again. Technics hiding in the wave. An amazing counter game, and they get the kill right away. However, that was almost as bad as a turret dive could. Lista goes down. Rendleman also dies. Doesn't know that if you hit the Zac blobs, that does in fact pick up aggro. And so they lose 2 in the process. And again, scores just about even. I think for bot lane though, this is going to be a slight advantage for them.
For the side of Yis or XG?
Oh, XGF, sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
that would be
they got the kills, and the wave's coming towards them, so
yeah.
it is a slight advantage for them.
Yeah, they did get a couple of the kills. Hypnotic, the only one picking it up on the assist side. But like you were saying, that was just like when you're doing those kind of dives, you've got to be able to more effectively use your sled. Is Fat and Sweaty really pushing Spoobert out of here. Spoobert is just not having a good time up here.
I mean,
But,
not
yeah.
falling too far behind in CS, so
Yeah, but
it's
you've also got to
salvageable.
add those 2 kills on there. That's worth what, about 10 millions apiece.
Well,
That
he's
going
not getting
forward?
denied super hard just yet,
Yeah.
as Renderman is taking the trade. Almost level 6 across the board. Rough luck actually gets it first here.
Yeah. Has actually managed to take over the TES lead going here. Is realistic, looking for an engage here. T-Light's going to go for it. If they get the
dodge.
going to push Hypnotic back. And it's going to keep poking. Hypnotic getting very low, but he's going to get out. Not low enough that there's going to be a
They also have slow push coming in. Those monsters are not hitting, and guess what?
beautiful ult lands, the root lands, and Technics goes on a killing spree. Now Hypnotic maybe trying to gonna pick up T-Lights, but the turret doesn't get another shot off. And the sneaky Nico. This is like the 3rd time sneaky Nico has shown up. Now Rendleman is down, but is trying to get remount here. If he can remount, might actually have a good opportunity to take down Sean. Yes, he's gonna mount in time. The flash from both of them. Still gotta be careful though. He is low if he goes down. Up in top mid is
Healed
not-
off the Kingslayer.
Yeah, the Kingslayer heal works, and Sean is gonna pick up that kill. But it's gonna be a trade down there as XG Fairy does manage to pick up the first dragon of the game.
Yeah, was a nice pickup for them on the bot side. I mean, Technics has been absolutely destroying Yis's bot lane, and is doing a great job of getting the Senna Maokai ahead. Picks up 3 kills, has a nice bounty. Meanwhile, Spoobert, who's been really pressured this entire game, is gonna be feeling it when this Zek game comes through. Looks like,
I don't think it's gonna.
yeah, they're not gonna go for a dive. I think they
no.
could have though.
I think
Oh,
they
I guess
could've.
Zach doesn't have his blobs.
Yeah, I think they were.
I mean,
hoping
it's
they
still
could,
possible.
I think they were hoping they could get it on the minion wave, but he cleared it too fast. And now we're gonna see how both these teams handle another slope here. They're still even. Most of the gold for XG Fairy, it's on this Nico. You know, the Nico is really carrying the game. Technics been eating his Wheaties. This has really been showing what happens when you put the work in, master a champion like this Nico.
Okay. And we have here got ourselves pretty even game still. I mean, surprising after all this action.
Yeah.
Both teams with a strong side here.
Kind of dashing around there. This Kled, you know, it hasn't really been super effective. What you like to see is, you know, a Kled maybe gets to get a little bit of pressure in this mid lane, use the bear on a bear trap on a rope, and start roaming with the ultimate. But anyways, they're
this is
back
the
to
final
just kind of
queue.
stalling.
Ooh,
It's
don't
still
rush it, man.
100
Well, I like
gold
the,
difference.
well,
These
let's
teams
take a
are
look at the
pretty
individual gold,
even.
because that's going to
That's
tell
fair.
the true story here.
Yeah.
Would like to see what the lead is in top side. How far ahead is this Nico? Is got a lot of CS and kill difference. As we
Okay, so
saw
it's about
a
1,000
minion.
gold.
1,000 gold. I mean, in the jungle, that's a pretty big difference. Top lane, 1,000. So kind of a third of an item there. As well, bot lane is also near 1,000 on Senna. So just
Yeah.
strong leads all around.
Yeah, strong leads, but nothing insane. But as I say, that Technics might try to push it. Goes on in, but the ult coming in from the Silas, taking the Nico. Sean is going to walk away, getting so low, but gets sniped down by Callista and Technics. So they do pick up that kill. It took 3 ults to do it, and now Fat and Sweaty and Spoobert trying to get some action going on here. Not important. Also trying to pull this. Looks like Kled back in and is not going to get it. But Fat and Sweaty, oh, almost picked up Spoobert. Just fights across the map.
Yep. I mean, it's really just a complete trade up of sides here. I mean, Technics pretty much the only one with a hard lead on the top side. Meanwhile, Goatlista, 4HG Fairy, hard lead on the bot side. And completely flipped on the other side. So we have like the split carries situation, which is always pretty interesting, in my opinion, Raptor, because it's going to be a question of who's going to carry better. And it is going to be Sean, Fat and Sweaty versus Technics and Goatlista.
Well, there's I right now I'm gonna give it to the side of XG Fairy because Senna does have infinite scaling, but I mean, if Renekton gets on top of Goatlista, there really isn't a lot to save. So, I mean, if they kill the Senna at the beginning of the fight, even if Renekton goes down, like I think they're in a pretty advantageous position. So it's gonna be really be on Fat and Sweaty to group up, to find the picks deep into the back line. And I think
I don't know how possible that is in the face of a Nico Maokai.
Yeah, like that's the hard part. Speaking of which, Maokai going on in T-Light, looking for it again. But here comes Technics with an ult for the counter kick, and T-Light's gonna pick up the kill on the Hypnotic. Now Rough Luck is trying to get something, but is rooted up, is getting poked down, and is gonna die. Force the flash too, unfortunate. And yes, once again surprised by the rogue Nico.
Yeah, not important needs to just give up on bot side. How many ganks have gone awry here? Fat and Sweaty finding himself in a trade versus Spoobert here. He's going to be on the positive side of that. But yeah, I mean, how many times has Not Important gone to the bot lane and just got out 3v3'd by Technics and Goatlista?
You might say the bot lane is not important.
Yes. This is a negative pressure Smolder and Karma. Ooh, nice engage.
The pressure coming on in from the Zac as non-important.
They don't kill.
Yeah, Kled is in the back though. Rendleman is looking for something. Rough Luck can't even get over the wall to help. Is forced to walk all the way around, and I think that's going to cost non-important his life. It is Technics now looking for it. The stolen Sentinel. Sean looking for it. It's going to go
misses.
over. XG Fairy is going to pick up the dragon, but can they get out with all of their lives? Inferno is ablazing, as I don't think Yis is going to get anything out of this. Maybe Fat and Sweaty can pick something off Spoobert, but they just cannot do anything in the face of that Nico. Technics just basically held them all at bay.
Yeah, they manage to, again, kill Not Important, and then they're able to get out. And Technics is doing so well. I mean, disengaging, engaging, doing it all.
Sweaty ults goes right in onto Spoobert and picks up the kill, which is so cleanly. Yeah, that's how you dive. XG Fairy, take a look.
Not important, not necessary. Oh, yeah. The Technics is here.
No, Technics is here, and it's going to be a shutdown thanks to Goatlista with the assist there with the ultimate. Technics continues the rampage. They didn't like that lesson.
No one is counting. No one is counting these minions. And Technics is the benefactor of all of these. I would like to see the goal difference now, because guess what? When your carry kills the enemy's carry, they get a huge gold bonus as well. Somehow this is supposed to prevent snowballing. Bounty system really proving here, as that is a, what, 2.4k gold lead?
Yeah, 2.4k. Might grow right now as Sean is getting engaged on by Rendleman. T-Lights is here, but Hypnotic as well. Technics turns into Goatless. I don't know if they saw the change. They may have. Oh no, Not Important goes in and does manage to grab them. He does hit
double Maokai ult.
Yeah, double Maokai ult does land. Both sides. Technics now does not, trying to poke there, but on the teleport on the flank comes Spoobert. Technics gonna go godlike, picks up Hypnotic. Yes, made the attempt, but don't find anything.
That was a moment that they could have killed Technics there. Didn't have the ultimate, has no flash.
Sean
just don't have the position.
Spoobert was looking for him there, but does manage to get out. Gold is now about almost 3k. It's about 2,500 difference. She Fairy just starting to kind of take off with this game. Look at that damage. Oh.
Yeah. No, Senna is just too far range for
how many stacks
here. Yeah, we do need to get a stack count here. 57. All right, that's pretty good.
Okay,
almost on track.
80 for the Smolder. Okay.
Okay. So Smolder is the first upgrade. Senna's gotten 2. Yeah. So both these stacking champions. I mean, considering 0-3, I guess Smolder's doing all right. Not where you'd want to be.
Yeah.
But they've been taking a beating down in bot lane.
I think Smolder's real power spike is when he gets to 225 and he can get the true damage execute.
Yeah, I mean, most of the power spikes actually just help him get to 225 easy.
Yeah, that's really the big thing here. So Roughluck's got to get there,
Oh,
but
boy.
it's having a hard time just getting
Oh,
half
boy.
health so quick. Oh, the flash forward from Goat Lista. The ult coming back around does not help. It almost picks him up, but the 80 carry's going to lose out in the 1v1. Goat Lista's going to pick it up.
And that's a low. And this is now a 0-4, and your boy, Smolder, is not doing too hot.
No, he's smoldering right now. He's definitely smoldering in his lane. Not having a good time there. As now Sean, gotta watch out for Technics. This is a very scary Nico.
Everyone's
And
gotta
T-Light-
watch out for
Oh no, they
Technics.
found Hypnotic and it's Force of the Flash and
Yeah, this is an absolute rampage by
Yeah.
Technics here.
yeah,
I think
let
we
me
know
go-
what's going to get banned.
Yep, I hope the Nico gets banned in game 2. If
I
ES
mean,
wants
it's
to have
so
a
good
chance-
flex mid, too. So Rendleman's Nico is also good. Like, it is so potent.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they get Maokai, they get Nico, and the Senna. What a strong comp.
Yeah.
As we'll see, can they count attempt number 4? Okay. Nico not hiding her true form.
No.
As we are
doesn't-
30 seconds away from this dragon, I would like to see some people coming mid. I don't know why T-Lights is going bottom here. I guess they want to just gift Sean a nice Silas ultimate to steal. Okay, eventually goes up top. I don't know what that was, but looks like we're gonna have a nice dragon fight in 20 seconds. 3K. Yes, can still compete for this. They're kind of forced to because it's the third dragon, but I'll be honest, it's looking good for
Oh.
XG Fairy.
Yeah, well, this might be a good spot for Yis as they do go in onto Rendleman. Rendleman trying to get out, but is going to get blocked from the ult, is knocked into mini Kled
No
form.
flash.
Yeah, no way out, and Sean is going to pick up the kill. Didn't even burn ult there. So they do have
Oh,
it, but
Technics is on
Hypnotic,
vision.
gotta watch out. Technics, the vision does save Hypnotic's life, but now they have 4v3 here. I don't care how big Technics is, that it is a 3v4. That's going to be a hard one, as now Fan Sweaty is just juking it with Spoobert. Spoobert is losing this trades pretty quickly. They've got to be careful. If he manages to pick him up, like that, if they are forced at the issue around Dragon, that could be another free turret for Yis. No, he's going to
Yeah.
back. As I say that, he
I mean,
backs.
I think Technics can half health everyone except for not important. So I think they could easily win as
Oh.
long as Technics has the ultimate. A 2v5, a 3v5, all possible.
Yes, just giving up the dragon. Didn't even secure vision.
Yeah,
in the
they
area.
need more than just a kill on Rendleman.
Yeah, they need to get more than that. It looks like they're trying here with not important going in onto Goat Lista, but
Yeah, they're
T
burning
Lights is
everything
gonna,
here.
yeah, burning everything.
Oh,
gonna
there's
catch
Nico Technics.
Smolder. Here comes Technics. They're running. They know this is a fake minion. Rough Luck getting solo. The flash for from T Lights, and Goat List is gonna pick up a kill. Going on a killing spree. The minion is still hunting. You gotta watch out. It's a sussy minion if I've ever seen
It's
one.
a sassy minion. Yeah, most people don't run from minions, but now that we have Technics in the game, everyone's gonna fear that
Yeah.
solo minion.
And here comes the Herald Charge, looking to download some more RAM right there. Does get a little bit from that hit, does half health the turret. And Sweaty is gonna have to run away. There are 4 members of XGF here. Granted, they're getting about half health, but still. And Sean, actually, Spoobert has found a challenger he can take.
There we go.
Yeah.
They're finally getting some pressure onto these turrets here, mid lane.
Yeah, oh, not
Important.
going on in, looking for Goatlick. It finds him. Goatlista is gonna get out.
Nico.
And oh, there's the Nico. Here it comes with a huge ult. Technics goes
Oh.
legendary. Just one shots Hypnotic with the ultimate. And that's
Absolutely exploded. There's
Yeah,
no
now-
chance.
That's the call for Baron right there. I don't know if Yis can even try to challenge it, but everyone's low, so I think they're just gonna back up and then reset for it. But Bad Sweaty's on the bottom side pushing. He's gonna get this turret, but it's only a little bit of gold. And I mean, Yis desperately needs it, but they've got to find another miracle here to work with.
I think Fan Sweaty avoiding Technics right now is pretty smart because I mean, in a 1v1, you could probably handle Technics, but that is not the situation you're likely going to find yourself in. Still wants to side lane into Spoobert and is picking up gold for the team through the side lane. So even though Fedsweaty hasn't really done much to stop Technics, is kind of holding up their team at the moment through the side lane. And I think that's very smart. Wait for a good moment. You have Zach and Silas who are still in the game. And pick your time to finally strike at Technics. Windows are closing. The opportunities are starting to dwindle. But it's still there.
Yeah, there's still chances. They are. We have seen XG Fairy, several of the members already kind of step out of position, get too overconfident. But Yes has got to be able to take advantage of that here. Sean losing out on this trade with Spoobert. Pretty hard, actually. Spoobert might actually just want to straight take this, but is it going to hit that last Q? And this is a struggle, you know. Fat and Sweaty really wants Spoobert to answer him, but Spoobert's found a better spot. Sean getting low, but here comes Hypnotic going on in. They're going to try to root up and corral this Aatrox, but he is scary. They've got to be careful. Aatrox, oh,
what a miss.
and yet, oh, that is
Spoobert.
a miss. Sean looking for it. Oh, the flash forward from Spoobert with the Q is going to miss. And now Sean's going forward, getting him so low. The ult comes in from the Senna. It's not going to be enough. Yes picks up a kill, but can they make anything out of this? Goatlista is here now. Fat and Sweaty dueling Rendleman. Rendleman is 0-3 right now. He's not really in a good position to deal with a 3-1 Renekton, as you can
The
see.
remount?
Yeah, the
Oh, misses the Q.
Gonna miss it. Fat and Sweaty gonna flash in to finish the kill. And now 2 kills for Yis. This may stop the offensive from XGF. Minute and a half before
They
Drake.
can't defend the top turret. Goatlista
they're not.
picks it up here.
Yeah,
So the
actually,
siege continues on. They're in it. They're still in this game. Gold lead hasn't climbed too far. Fat and Sweaty picking up a kill on to Rendleman is a good sign. Is this Renekton still hasn't lost steam. I mean, 1,000 gold is actually only 300 gold behind Technics. That is surprising. A lot of solo turret gold going over to Fat and Sweaty, plus those plates from earlier.
yeah.
The problem is, again, can probably kill Technics, but it's gonna be so tough to get onto either Technics or Goatlista in front of this Maokai, plus the Nico self-peel. So it's a tall task for Fat and Sweaty here, but they still have that option.
Yeah, and they also need something we didn't really talk about is Smolder is still struggling to get gold. I mean, he's gotten his item, but he's still struggling to really be effective in this game and find opportunities, and they really need him for this.
Oh, Fat and Sweaty.
Fat and Sweaty's gonna find
Good spotting.
Spoobert. He is here. He is chonky, and he is tearing through him. But Rendleman is here too. He's maybe more than
3v1.
Fat and Sweaty could chew. He got too sweaty right there, and he does end up falling. It takes 2 ults for it, but this is now
I mean,
forced.
how can they fight for this dragon? Their strongest member, Fat and Sweaty, has been
Oh,
killed.
Here comes Rendleman, and the teleport's coming through too. The return Maokai ult coming, but it's not going to matter. Sean is going to go fall down. Goatlista goes on a rampage. Now Hypnotic being chased, forced to flash. Rendleman looking for something, but is just going to let it go. And I think that's Dragon Soul just easily going over to the side of XG Fairy. Like, just there's just no way they can get in, and no way they can really take these fights without Fat and Sweaty.
Yeah, Fat and Sweaty just, again, maybe should have played the far side. Didn't really have his team there to back up on the flank. It was a solo play. And now, with this soul, it looks like XG Fairy have found their road to victory. And it doesn't look like they're getting off anytime soon.
Not at all. They are in a very commanding position. Infernal Soul, 6,000 gold lead, an insanely fed Nico right now. Just looking an absolute fantastic game for them. Is not important as looking for Rendleman here. Fat and Sweaty also hunting. This is kind of a desperate play. They're looking for it. Goatlista is here on the side. The root is going to land on not important, and they're just going to back off. They can't run down the kill. They really need to find them, though. It's a good attempt.
It was a decent attempt, catching them on their backs there. They didn't burn anything, and so no harm, no foul for their side here. 6K gold lead. Actually, it's more like 5K, but we're in that range, and it's looking like the Baron is next up for the taking.
Yeah, now Spoober gonna run to Fat and Sweaty yet again. Fat and Sweaty,
the
Mom
burst coming out.
Spaghetti, easy kill. Fat and Sweaty picks up Spoober.
Fat and sweaty mom spaghetti.
Yeah,
Spoobert on the floor already.
yeah. Spoober is on the floor already. It was a fantastic play coming out from him. Spoobert, I also want to point out, like, while XG Fairy has been doing well overall, Spoobert has been having a rough game, to say the
And
least.
Rendleman. I mean, the only difference is Rendleman's just been able to pick up farm better. But
Yeah.
was supposed to win this matchup pretty heavily versus the Silas. And things did go awry.
We want to arrive very fast, but still in a good spot now. So I'd say this is still worth it. You know, just absorb the pressure, give the kills to Renekton. It doesn't matter. You're just setting him up to be a juicy, you know, bounty claim once he gets up there. A couple more kills. That's what it's all about. It's just feeding them so that you can feed your carries more gold.
It's like Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah. What he really wants to do is give it to the Smolder, because then it just completely resets Smolder's bounty, and then now you can just kill Smolder more for more gold. That's the
Okay.
big brain. That's the big
That's the
brain play.
plan? Okay.
That's the big brain play.
All
I
right.
mean, one kill won't change it that much for him, especially with an 8-0 Nico. Like, Technics is just putting on a masterclass on this champion.
Yeah, the ganks were so good. And I just had no idea they're coming. Now it's time to close out this game. Kind of hitting the 30-minute point in what was a very dominant game. So XG Fairy, they're not trying to mess anything up. They're playing pretty slow. They could definitely go for this Baron. I think a team fight would be in their favor. They just haven't really pulled the trigger just yet.
Yeah, they're just taking it nice and slow. I mean, XGF, you know, there's a reason they're in first in their group. They're not a team just to risk it for the biscuit. They want to take it nice and slow, steady, make sure they have all their eggs in a basket and are ready to go before they pull this trigger. And right now, I think the name of that game and those eggs is Vision, because they are definitely pushing forward here, trying to gain some more vision control.
All right, they're starting to creep their way into the top red side jungle. Stewart actually pushing back Sean here. I mean, now
Yeah.
with the soul, I think wins.
Yeah, I think he does win. He does have 2 full items. Does have the Thorn Mail too, and it really reduced that healing from Sean. Oh, Spoobert manages it too. He's gonna hit the 30. Is gonna hit it. Sean getting solo, has to flash. Gotta run from Spoobert. Can Spoobert run him down? He
Gets him.
Spoobert gets the 1v1. XGF is gonna pull
Revenge.
the trigger right here on this dragon. It's just 4v4. There is a teleport though. Spoobert is teleporting in.
On the
Looking
flank
for the
here.
flank, not important. Oh, does not
Wait.
get his ability in. Technics looking, flash out for Fast and Sweaty. That's actually 3 ults down. This fight could go better, but Yes is gonna lose their jungler right here. Fat and Sweaty looking to go over, waiting for his ult to come up. It comes over too late to save him. It's gonna go down. Rendleman's gonna pick up a kill onto Fat and Sweaty there. It's just the Smolder. It's just the
rough
Karma.
luck.
As there he goes, the flash from the Smolder. Looking for T-Light right here. Gotta be careful though. Maokai goes in. Gonna slow up Hypnotic. They're trying to chase him down. Hypnotic gonna pick actually up a kill there on the T-Lights. So managing to get something. The Karma, the
This is
real
stalling a
carry
lot of
here,
time.
looking for Spoober. Oh, the flash Q looked really clean right there. Is now Hypnotic 1v4 is trying to slow their advancement on this Baron. It is started back up. Spoober is really low though. Has to be careful. A Karma ult Q could kill him. And it is going to go flying over. It's going to knock Rendleman down. Teleport coming in from Sean. Sean looking
It's
to
in smite
maybe
range.
pick something up. Oh, the smite is going to come from Technics. He's also going to get the ult off, but it is the returned ult. Going to
Oh.
be afraid of kills right here. Technic now looking for another onto the Smolder, onto Hypnotic. Technics, oh, that Q so much. But overall, I think XG Fairies comes out clearly as the winner of that one. Oh, Hypnotic, oh no!
Oh.
To minions. The
It
wins.
wasn't even no assist, no kill gold going over, but the minions dastardly pick
that
up the
beautiful-
kill. 10 seconds away, we have ourselves an Elder. Not important in the area, but without Sean, can they even contest?
Yeah, it's 3v5. They don't even have Hypnotic. So there's just no, I don't think there's any way they can really contest this. Though, members of GOAT Lista, not all of them have backed. So
I do think that Extra Fairy should not go for Elder. They should just push down the lanes with the Baron. Don't
Yeah.
flip it. Don't even have Elder in consideration. The only way the enemy team gets Elder is if you start it.
Oh.
And it looks like a fight is brewing.
Oh, fight is brewing. Fat and Sweaty, not important. Find T-Lights. They're looking for him, but Technics comes in, gets pushed back, but it's still so much. Rough
Goat Lista.
on the side. Goat Lista goes godlike. Now, not important, trying to dash on out of there after Fat and Sweaty falls. They're running. Hypnotic is here, but it's just gonna run down. The basic damage from Goat Lista is insane, and he's gonna snipe him. Goes legendary on that.
Shot. Just
It was.
3 autos from extremely far away, and you're dead.
Yeah, not
Hypnotic
important.
goes down.
Not important to this fight right now as he has to back on out to heal. It's 2v4 here. The Nico just 1v1ing the Dragon. Doesn't even need the rest of the team for it. It's so big at this point. And the base is being sieged. The Elder is been taken. The Nexus turrets are falling. And I think this is going to be the game right here. Not important goes in, maybe trying to find 1 kill, hoping a miracle, a dream is not going to happen. Rendleman's going to pick it up. And that's going to be the game. XGF takes game number 1.
Yeah, and very, very great showing from actually showing that they are definitely contenders to the top of this group. They're going to strike first here, draw first blood in this series, 23-13, all 4 dragon stack. We don't have to talk about grubs as they slam their way through these lanes. Technics on the Nico. Obviously, we don't even have to talk about anyone else for MVP. It's gonna go to Technics this game. Nice try to Fat and Sweaty, but unfortunately, the angles that make it back into the game were not there and ended up dying to Technics as well, giving them an even harder lead. And we're not able to make a comeback. So in the winner of the carries, Technics and Goat Lista are unperturbed, and they do pick up this win. And I would say slow but dominant game.
Yeah, it was slow, but they didn't need to go fast. They made it work. They picked their fights when they wanted them, and they managed to turn even like the attempts from Yes around. They had that one little questionable dive in the bottom side, but other than that, I thought they played pretty well. Now, the question is, Yes is almost certainly going to be banning this Nico. What's next in the bag for Technics? What else can he do? And if he can't carry, who else can this team rely on to do so?
Golista did great. I think a lot of the things that went right were the draft. I think, yes, redo your draft. Did not work out. Gonna have to go back to the drawing board with this one and pull out something very nice for game number 2.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they do. But that does it for us for game number 1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with game number 2.
You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. 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 We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through.
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. And we slow For you and I are safe and sound. We were on the run, rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. Can we just slow down? And we just waste another day. I don't know to say. You say we need a change, I feel that you mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, it's not like we need them. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me a million years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. Sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. Guided for your love and keeps me high. Keeps me high.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to game number 2 of Yis versus XG Fairy. I'm Raph, joined by Crims yet again. Let's see if the draft changes up this time after XGF took a very strong, slow but strong win in game number 1.
Yeah. Yoshi's internet sucks. Got a shellacking, you could say. Bit of a beatdown. Got topsy-turvy in that last game. And do we see the Nico? Potential takeaway if they don't ban it, so we'll wait until first pick. But there's got to be a Nico solution. There's got to be an answer. There's got to be some kind of draft adjustment to this champion because Technics just popped off on it.
Yeah, that was absurd. The ban is coming through, so there we go. We saved it for last. Getting a little bit worried there.
Interesting that they banned the Karma. They're not going to first pick it.
No, I guess not.
I guess Maokai's open, so there's that.
Could be the Maokai. Could be Senna. They have a lot of options here to choose from. I'm interested in the Nyla ban overall. And it is going to be the Maokai. So you were right. It's going to be Maokai. But how does XGF respond? What is the matchup? What is the counter to this Maokai?
Okay, so they're going to take the Senna again. So this is flex pickable between support, fasting, and carrying. A lot of options you can do with this Senna. They're going to go Senna Seraphine, making sure that Yoshi's internet sucks does not get the Senna Maokai themselves. So what do they counter with here? Okay, Pyke, aggressive lane already. Hook champions into Senna and Seraphine are pretty strong. Probably going to match it with like a Draven, Kalista, Kaisa, something aggressive and can really get kills with the Pyke on bot lane.
Varus.
Okay, Varus. They go with Varus. And that explains the Nyla ban because they want to play Varus. So they are going to go with that option. Going to be a little bit safer with the Varus pick. Not so hell-bent on getting the kills. With a Gragas coming out as the last pick of the first round for XGF here. Gragas is interesting to pick it so early. I don't see anything besides the Varus that Gragas would be really good into. Other than maybe like Yasuo combos. I don't really see the Gragas pick here. I don't see what's the potential genius behind it just yet.
Maybe they're trying to force the Yasuo, like you said, or force a ban on it and allow them to pick something else that can flex well with it. We'll have to see where they go. XGF continuing to ban Olaf and Fiora. They really don't want to see that on the top side. They clearly have something planned for up there. As again, continuing of the jungle bans, Brand, Lilia, both gone. Both these teams have their second set of bans pretty on lock. Now, what will Fairy go with? What is going to be their counter pick? Like, who are they going to leave counter pick to? Is it going to be left to mid? Is it going to be left to top? I'm going to assume top, but let's see what they go with here. And it is going to be Mundo. Okay, Mundo.
Okay, Mundo.
That's good.
I would love for Yisk to go. Ready? J4 Oriana. Boom. Just slam it in right here. J4 Oriana. Tell me that's not a banger pick, Raptor.
It is a banger pick, but I think Allow is a pretty banger one too.
Krams is sad and disappointed. That would have been a crazy, very strong draft swing around. They're going to go ahead and get themselves the victor in the mid lane. This champion, not that popular right now, but this champion does so much damage compared to the other control mages here. So don't sleep on it, as we have a Seraphine mid, and it's going to be the double ADC bot lane of Kalista and Senna. And into the Pyke, that's going to be pretty strong, because if anyone gets hooked in or if someone gets targeted, aka the Senna, the Kalista ult can just call them away and save them from potential doom.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume that this is support Kalista in this case then. They're going to go with the farming Senna again. Kalista did so on the last.
I think you go farming Kalista, support Senna.
Okay. We'll have to see where they go as we go on into the first game here. But while we're loading in, Crims, what do you think of these comps?
I think XGF have been cooking. They got something spicy. This is an extraordinary comp. They have Senna Seraphine, so their damage is going to be kind of low, and they don't really have any divers to bounce off the Seraphine ultimate. So it'll be a bit crazy. Meanwhile, on the other side of Yoshi's, and it sucks, pretty straightforward. They got front to back. They got something spicy in the Pyke for executing their targets. And as we're hopping into this game, man, it really seems like maybe these teams should be looking for some way to improve their drafting.
Yes, they have. And I'm so glad you mentioned that, because our sponsor, for this stream and all of Tiny Sports, it can do exactly that, and that is pro comps. You know, for those of you that have been here, you've heard us talking about it. We love pro comps here. We've seen.
Oh, Sean going back. He forgot something.
Oh, Sean did forget something right there.
But
yeah. So pro comps lets you do champion pool creation, custom tier list of your players and your team. You know what you guys are comfortable playing, what you think is strong, what's not. Gives you live draft recommendations in the middle of your draft. Ban suggestions, helps you create comps based on what you've made in your tier list and what you've already picked and what you want to play. Really good opportunity to really boost your draft game, which I think a lot of our teams should definitely be making sure they're using heading into these last 2 weeks of play. But if you want to give it a try too, head on in over to procomps.gg, give it a try. I highly recommend the pre-game guide function. I think that's a really good one. Helps you really understand your matchups really well and where you need to play your strengths and weaknesses going into a game. But, it's free to use, so give it a try. Get on over to procomps.gg. And with that, we're back into the game.
All right, so this is actually going to be Jungle Mundo as they're going for a late invade. Nice timing there, and thank you to ProComps for that advertisement, as we do appreciate you guys here. Technics. Gonna have to smite this. Okay, level 2 to level 2, but this is a Mundo versus a Maokai.
Yeah, I think I'd give this to the Mundo. The Mundo is kind of slapping around. Technics is low, but Sean is on his way with the rotation. Here comes Rendelman. They're continuing the look. Those
has to get one cleaver on the way out there, Raptor.
Mundo,
you can't just let it be.
Mundo cleavers where he pleases. That is my response.
As the Raptor start, I mean, they didn't really sniff out the fact that Maokai would do a Raptor start, but they do steal away, so no full clear from this Maokai. Technics gonna drop pretty low. As has the red buff though, so I think should be able to sustain. Important thing to note there. I mean, obviously the camp stolen away, the ghost from the side Technics being blown. You would think Mundo would win that pretty hard, but when he loses the passive to Maokai, did you see how much it chunked his health?
Oh, so much chunking to his health. Yeah, that's the scary thing about a Mundo. He chunks so much.
So not important. Losing out in the jungle, it looks like would have saved their bot lane from absolute disaster, because guess what? If Technics was able to complete that bot side and that wave comes crashing in, that is a dive bottom, and Rough Luck and Hypnotic are gonna be dead and out of the game if they don't pick up that wave. So not important, loses out a lot.
Goat Lista?
I'm gonna assume that's a DC.
Yeah.
Goat Lista, you're dead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pause was not in. What else is there? First blood going over to Yoshi's internet. Yeah, it's unfortunate, guys. I don't think we're gonna be remaking either. We're just gonna have to accept the reality. Golista must have, as they disconnected, clicked onto Rough Luck.
Yeah.
So the timing for that is absolutely unfortunate.
He does have a flash, so I guess he could flash out of this. Maybe I don't know. At best, you flash and then you get killed by crap. True. Do you risk it for the biscuit? That is the question.
No.
But let's talk about some other things though. Goat Lista, you were right. Is on the Callista 80 carried his son of support, but also that is Gragas top in Mundo jungle. So we had a couple flexing going on.
I don't know who actually does better versus Alawi. I would have thought Mundo does better against Alawi. I don't know what the passive interaction is between the both of them, but
I would assume for Greg, doesn't really have the passive interaction there because it's not really CC that Alawi has. So for Mundo, not quite as great. For Gragas, you do have the built-in healing with your abilities, which is nice, and you can body slam out if she grabs you and tries to ult. So
you get cask out as well. So
yeah. So you have opportunities. I think that's more of the line with it. Plus, it's a Mundo. He does, I feel, better into Maokai. For a lot of people, I think watching, like I'm guessing a lot of you are younger and you don't remember the days when Mundo jungle was actually like meta and was a deal. I mean, he's changed a lot, obviously, since what he used to
That's
be.
been so long ago.
I know.
That was back when he summoned fire around him that would damage his HP.
Yeah.
And that's been completely removed from his kit.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that to be fair, that was the time when he won Worlds in season 2 with Type A Assassins.
That was okay.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah. Were you actually at Worlds there?
I was there.
Oh, that's dope. That was a
I
good
know.
time. Toys on the.
But we lost. Yeah. Toys on the Nivea MVP of the series did excellently. So yeah. So I think Gragas has pretty good answers. I think Mundo can just run away. So I don't think Mundo is a bad pick overall, but the Gragas should have better poke and lane control than the Mundo, just because AoE abilities. AoE abilities, AoE.
Yeah, that's true. That is completely true. I still think that this, in my opinion, that XGF still has a better comp. Normally, as you know, I'm a more front to back kind of comp person, but I just feel later in this game, if Technics gets any sort of lead, Yis has no way to kill him. This is not a comp that I feel has a lot of tank shredding, and when Mundo gets big, Mundo becomes very difficult to kill.
Well, the Varus is on hit Varus, probably, most likely. So that's going to be some pretty decent tank shred. Victor has insane damage after 2 items. So I think Technics probably can't just sit in the front line. We'll have to play the in and out game on this Mundo. We'll be able to probably frontline multiple times due to the ultimate, but I don't really think once Yis is online with their 2 carries, I don't really think a tank can stand up to them.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, and they have a tank of their own in the Maokai, so should be front to back from them. Pretty straightforward. The real question is how is XGF gonna play this? Like, I don't. It's gonna be very tough for them, especially if Maokai's on them as well. They have Pike threat to worry about. So I think other than just completely playing extremely aggressively with the Seraphine and the Senate Callista, I don't really see how they can win any team fight.
So I see it as they need to do a semi front to back. So Mundo needs to be in the front. Gragas needs to be in the mid line. You need to have the other 3 kind of with Callista and the other.
Gragas is going to have to ult forward to carry.
Yeah.
No way around.
He needs ult forward to carry, or you need Yis.
Or you can separate Maokai from the team and kill him.
Yeah. You need Yis to initiate the fight and just play kind of on the back foot with it and force them to chase after you. One, it forces Allow into a bad position because she can't ult. It also forces them to kind of run after you, but also it allows Mundo to kind of be that line while Senna and Seraphine and Callista are just chucking everything they have out. And if anybody gets on top of them, say Alawi or Maokai or Pike, then you Gragas ult and push them back out and force them to have to continue chasing. That's the best way I could approach it. It kind of relies on Yis to kind of fall for that trap and fall into the chaos of chasing down a target. But I mean, at this elo, I think that is something that can happen and does happen quite a bit. So we'll have to see if they do fall for that trap. It's not the most optimum way, nor is it the best way, but it can happen.
Yeah.
So,
apparently, we're in for a long break here.
Yeah.
So maybe up to 15 minutes. So that is quite long. Don't know what the situation is, but I see them in chat here. I mean, look, they're gonna have to win this game early.
Yeah.
They can't really scale into the game. Well, Mundo does get tankier. He has no CC, and Maokai is also going to get similar levels of tankiness and has a bunch of CC. So they don't want to stick in this game for too long. Play aggressive early. Find picks on the Gragas, like you're saying. Separate them. Seraphine as well, and so. That is going to be their way to victory. Meanwhile, Yoshi's internet sucks. Just play it pretty simple, front to back it. Keep yourself in the game until then, and slam these team fights back to back to back to win the last portion of the game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we have plenty of time. We could talk about anything.
Okay, so I had a question, and you said you were at Worlds and that you lost. Were you on one of the
NA
teams?
Lost. No,
okay.
NA lost.
Okay, that's what you meant. That's what I thought you meant, but I wanted to make sure. I'm like, were you? Because I mean,
I was there when NA lost. Yes.
okay. I was to say, I've had people be on teams. One of my former assistant managers is a former pro player. Um, Shout out to Kington. He's a cool
Yeah.
dude.
But no, I was a crowd member. No.
See, my first event was PAX.
PAX East or PAX West?
PAX West when it was PAX Prime.
Oh.
I was there when Cloud9 won their first split, and then there the next year when TSM beat them. I've gone to a lot of LCS finals. Never been to a Worlds though. I think I have been to 5 LCS finals now.
Okay, I went to the one in the Oracle Arena.
Okay, I went to the 2 at PAX. Went to Vancouver. I went to Houston. I had a ticket to the other one in Houston, but the COVID happened. What's the other one I went to? Vegas. I went in Vegas.
Oh, there was one in Vegas? Which one was that?
That was the one CLG won.
That was CLG versus TSM?
I think so. That was when they were playing in Mandalay Bay. Let me see real quick.
Mandalay Bay. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I would like to go to a Worlds, like in Korea or whatever. Obviously, it's pretty expensive, so
yeah, I want to go to the NA one, but $800 scalp tickets is painful.
Oof. I'd rather go to a foreign country one. Like
yeah, I just wanted to see a final live once. It's always it's fun to see.
I got my one. It was cool. Lots of so they handed out statues for free. They didn't say anything about that. I just happened to see one, and I came around to it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I have a statue. It's the Rise and Tryndamere statue. I do own them.
Ooh, so that's cool. Oh, okay. So it was spring 2016. It was CLG versus TSM.
Yes, that was a very famous one. That was the first time CLG ever won.
Yeah, I got to watch
LCS title. First time Double Lift ever won an LCS title, or was that actually? That was not Double Lift.
This was the second. This was CLG's second win. It was the Swiss Stixay when they won summer.
Okay, yeah, that was on the Stixay. And then they went to MSI and they beat T1.
Yes, they did.
One game. People act like they did something crazy, like beating T1 in a best of 3 or something.
I mean, they did beat RNG as well, and they did 2-0 G2. They were 7-3. They did.
That was
make
Vacation G2. That's not.
They also went to the finals. And
do you know? Fun fact is right before that tournament, I believe it was Emperor. Who's the AD carry on G2?
G2
support.
Support, that was at the time
Emperor and
Hybrid.
Yeah, Emperor and Hybrid were informed right before that tournament that they were going to be kicked from the team.
Oh, that's terrible timing.
So if they didn't play well, that is why. And then and then after MSI, it was Xmithy and Sven who went to Botliff. That is what happened.
You want to hear a wild story for League? So, when I was in college, I was working at GameStop, and a team came in. And I'll be honest, I was kind of stupid and was like, "Oh, are you guys like Fnatic's like second team?" Because like their colors look the same as Fnatic, and but their English wasn't very good. And they're like, "No, actually, we are part of a team called Kaboom." And I was like,
Kaboom Esports.
I was like, oh, that's a cool team. God. I was like, and they're like, yeah, we're just stopping in Seattle on the way to Worlds. And I'm like, well, I'm rooting for you guys at Worlds. And then that was the same year Kaboom went and demolished Alliance in that game. So yes, I was like, oh, I got to meet Kaboom. That
was the one that was when Sven Scared got banned.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sven Scared. Why did you get banned?
So I got met that team beforehand. It was really cool.
Yeah. That's crazy. My friend doesn't know who any of the Team Liquid players or teams are, but he might have met Steve because he met one of their managers when he was working at FedEx and they had to ship a package and he was telling them about Team Liquid, but he doesn't know esports. So he might have met Steve. Maybe not.
Steve. See, every time I hear Steve now, I can, because we do a lot of Smash tournaments at work. All I can imagine is Steve.
Oh, from
Just
Minecraft.
yeah, from
Yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah. Okay, so Smash Ultimate, the
Yeah.
inferior version.
Actually, we play HDR mostly.
Still the inferior. I mean, it's better than Ultimate.
HDR is pretty good.
I have not played HDR. I
Oh.
cannot play Ultimate. It feels like I'm just in water when I play that game. Like
I feel it.
you're just locked into so many animations and it just doesn't feel smooth. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Well, one of my assistant managers is like a big leading figure in HDR. Got to go play against the #1 player in the world. Was definitely I'm
at HDR. At HDR.
Yeah, but was definitely not in the right state of mind when they were playing by accident.
AKA drunk?
No, the other kind.
Ah.
He didn't realize the M&Ms he was eating were not normal M&Ms. Anyways, though, he goes and plays this guy in a show match on stream, doesn't remember any of this game, beats the #1 player in the world like it was nothing.
Well, is it like when people are beating Mango at the
No. So
when Mango is clearly drunk?
They each had 5 characters that they had to pick, and he doesn't remember picking any of the ones he did. And then he goes plays this guy, lost the first character and the second. Then he got his third, which is like his second best character. Beat him 3 characters. Then he got beat again. Beat him with lost his fourth character. Then pulled out his main and then just slaughtered him. It was crazy, and it was really funny when he came back. He's like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah.
I don't remember playing this game. I was like, dude, you just beat the #1 player in the world.
Did you watch Genesis? Now that I'm talking about another tournament, is this allowed? Is Sem's gonna come in here and just yell at me for talking about another tournament?
Sem's already sent me my execution notice. It's okay.
All right. Since you're fated to die, we could talk about Genesis.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a banger of a tournament. I don't know if you watched it. Did you?
I didn't watch it. I don't really watch a lot of Smash. Like League and Valorant are mine. And Gigantic when that comes back.
Wait, Gigantic. Was that like another MOBA that they canceled?
That's that third party. So this MOBA's been around off and on for a while. So it was shown off in PAX 20. Yeah. Oh, we are going back. I've heard from production to the draft page while we wait for this to go through. All right. So, Gigantic was the MOBA, started in 2013 at PAX.
Oh, look, the draft is playing again.
Oh boy, we get to watch it again. But came out in 2016 when Microsoft picked him up. Was canned within like a year, and now they're bringing it back. I'm excited for it. It's a MOBA, a third-person MOBA, like shooter-style MOBA, but your nexuses are monsters that attack and fight each other, and I think that's kind of cool. But I mean, I might just be biased. I was top like 200 in the world with this game, so I'm just
sounds like you're
him.
Biased.
Yeah, I am biased. I am a little biased. But I'm excited. You know, I like to see new MOBAs coming out. There's been a lot over the years besides, just League. Lord of the Rings one. Shout out to that one. That was fun. You ever see Gollum just one shot? Yeah, they made a Lord of the Rings one. You could be Gollum and one shot Gandalf, and that was pretty funny.
Gollum one-shotting anyone?
Yeah,
I
mean, like
you
hit level 18 and you just had you got 2 items on him. There's that. There's obviously Smite, Han. It's a lot
inferior versions of.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I always like my first MOBA actually was not League. It was a MOBA that came out before League.
It was Dota.
No, it was Monday Night Combat.
That sounds crazy.
Yep, that was my first.
Dota wasn't even the only MOBA. In fact, it wasn't even the first one.
When did Monday Night Combat even come out? Hang on.
I don't know. What was the other ones? There was like Tides of Blood. I remember that one. There was another one like
2010.
Was like Battle Arena. It was literally called Battle Arena, where the name comes from. And the game had one lane, and it spawned a bunch of minions, and all the turrets were in the middle. Does anyone remember this game? I must be the only one old enough in this chat lobby to in this entire. No one else is as old as me who remembers this one. That will not be revealed.
Fair enough. Fair
enough. So what made it a battle arena, Raptor, is every like 5 minutes, two random people would 1v1 in this arena, and whoever won would like boost their minions and have a bunch of gold.
It's kind of like, um, what's that? What's that called? Nexus Blitz. You know, you can do that little. They have that little
Yeah,
mini
yeah,
game. Yeah.
It was
That's
like
cool. That's nifty.
And it was so stupid having all the turrets in the middle and like having like a bunch of like a row of them, because people would just try to bait the other person to like walk in, and they would instantly die because there's 5 turrets. So the game. Oh, and the cool thing that they had was you could upgrade your minions. You could take your gold, instead of buying items and stuff, you upgraded the minion. So that was a big thing.
It kind of reminds me of a RTS I played as a kid called Goblin Commander. You didn't upgrade bases. I mean, you would upgrade your specific building, but mostly it was just unit upgrading. You were upgrading their stuff. That game, that was fun.
Also, there's a bunch of tower defense games. Did you ever play Warcraft 3? Did you ever play Warcraft 3?
No, I was an Age of Empires kid growing up.
Okay, Warcraft 3, the when they released the game, like the modding system, dude, people went crazy. Like the turret defense games were so fun. Now people make them standalone, but like you would spawn minions, and then you would build your own base to defend. And people would spawn minions against you. There's a whole bunch of game modes that came out from this. Like auto chess was another one. People already invented auto chess. People just steal games from the past. Raptor, no one makes anything new.
Yeah, so I started on console. My first PC game was Spore. Well, like one that I played a lot.
Oh, I mean,
I played a little before that. Like I had Putt Putt and
Putt-Putt.
Blasters and Zumbinis. I played those as kids.
Spy Fox. Did everyone play Spy Fox?
I remember Spy Fox. But my first things were really consoles. Like, so I grew up on the PlayStation. I played like Goblin Commander, Jack and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, Ratchet and Clank.
Jack and Daxter or Jack and Dax?
Daxter, like, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was mostly console. I did not get a 64, so I never had a 64 or Nintendo. I started with a PlayStation 1.
I had a PS1. Technically, that was my first. That was my first too. I had. Let's see, we had Gex the Gecko, Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. I still actually have my PS1. I have the Star Wars fighting game for it.
Wait, what?
Yes, I have the Star Wars fighting game.
That's it? No, there is one?
Yes, it has a character in it who just has a metal gauntlet. Also, lightsabers don't one-shot people, which is kind of weird.
Well, it wouldn't be very fun.
Yeah, but
wow, Star Wars fighting game? I need to look that one up later.
You watch Han Solo just karate chop Darth Vader, because you do that.
Interesting.
And then Digimon World. I had 1 and 3.
Oh, you just reminded me of Monster Tamer. Man,
oh, Monster Rancher.
Really old stuff.
Monster
Tamer was crazy.
I love Monster Rancher. That was my favorite of those kind of games.
Oh yeah, they made an anime too for Monster Rancher.
Yeah, you know, you funny. Put the disc in your PlayStation, and it would change what monster you got.
What was like the biggest game for PS1?
I don't know. For me, it was Digimon World. Otherwise, probably Crash Bandicoot.
I play a lot of Crash Bandicoot. I never beat the first. I mean, those games are pretty tough.
There's a lot of tough games on the PS1.
Yeah, there's also the Tomb Raiders. I remember my first game playing was probably Spyro. Man, what else? Yeah, we're really going back. Yeah. We're talking about PlayStation 1.
I did have N64 as well. I had a gold edition of Ocarina of Time. There was no difference besides the cartridge was gold. Let's see, we had Pokemon. I had Donkey Kong 64, Hot Wheels Racing, and my personal favorite.
Wait, Hot Wheels Racing on the 64?
Yeah, Hot Wheels Turbo Racing.
Well, I remember there was one for the PS1. I remember the one for PS1, and I'm not sure if Metallica wrote a song for that game, or they just took fuel from Metallica. I think that's what they did. They just took fuel from Metallica and made that the theme song for Hot Wheels. That Hot Wheels game. It's kind of funny.
Well, I am hearing that we are gonna get back into game. The teams have gotten it sorted out. All right. So we're gonna jump back a little bit in time to just before this, so we get to see. Oh, we're jumping back to our past. There we go. All right, here we go. We're back into the game. Oh boy. I hope it's not like that one time we had a pause and then the pause ended after 40 minutes and it was 5 more seconds of the game. You remember that time? Oh yeah, here's
Oh,
Goatlista
boy.
dying. Goatlista did reconnect, doesn't flash, does die. So Rough Luck is gonna pick up the first blood of this game. Unfortunate for Goatlista. Internet diff. You know, I thought Yoshi's internet sucked, but apparently it's XGF's that does.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
Technics
using
gets
it.
caught up here by Not Important and Fat and Sweaty. Ooh, just missed the tentacle though. Spoobert is coming around. I think they're gonna try to go in on this. Yeah, they're looking for the flash E forward. Fat and Sweaty goes over the wall. Isn't too big to get over that. Now Not Important's on the run. These
They're
cleavers
hunting.
are chucking. Oh, the flash out from Not Important. Rendleman is here too, but Sean is gonna kind of dissuade any further aggression. Technics is still pushing though. Is still hunting for this tree. I mean, he does have a cleaver, so I think cleaver does beat tree. It's basically
It's not an axe. It's made for bones and meat.
yeah, but
I'm
that is
gonna
a
say
pretty
no.
big cleaver. He might be able to cut a tree in half with that.
No, depends on the size of this.
Yeah,
As stout as Maokai, though, a bit questionable.
yeah, that's fair.
All right,
Okay.
so bot lane here, Goatlista did die.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they're fighting it back.
yeah.
They're not going to let it go.
Yeah, speaking of not letting it go, Technic's not gonna let this kill go on to Non-Important. He is gonna pick it
Oh,
up.
red buff.
Now it's just Fat and Sweaty trying to get the Mundo, but Mundo goes where he pleases, throws more cleavers, is trying to run away from these tentacles. Gotta be a little bit careful.
Oh,
Goatlista got pulled back. The flash
Double
through
stun.
Hypnotic is gonna get the double stun there. Goatlista looking to maybe get one, is gonna
Oh.
pick up. Rough Luck is gonna actually get him, and Goatlista's gonna pick up the kill. Technics.
Technics,
Oh, okay.
suicide. Didn't
think it is-
realize that there was a way out.
Yeah.
No, Technics, suicide's not the answer. And,
Yeah. I think he thought that the Maokai was coming up, but the Maokai was not anywhere near.
yeah, no one was near Technics. Oh, here we go. Rendleman gonna
Yeah.
try to harass, not important.
Oh, he gets one
Is
raptor
not
here.
gonna get one or two little mini raptors.
Worth. Yeah, that's where he typed worth in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. So far though, bit crazy. I think bot lane might be salvaged by the play that they made earlier.
Yeah.
Rough Luck did get a kill, but has died. The CS is about even. So honestly, yeah. So 200 gold buy-in, not something they can't make up.
Yeah.
Of course, it really hurts Goatlista because Kallista's so strong in the early game and is going to be missing a portion of that. We'll see if they can keep the pressure up and play for this bot side dragon, as it looks like Technics might have started it prematurely.
Yeah, it does start it up a little prematurely, but the Callista is here. I mean, Maokai, it doesn't matter how tanky you are, the Callista spear, enough of those will slaughter you, as it is going to be dragging.
Oh, they're opting in.
Yeah, they're opting to this fight. Oh, that is the jump in onto T-Lights, but they do hit the Seraphine ult onto Non-Important. He's going to go down. Now, Rendleman here in the back. T-Lights trying to run away. Sean is hunting him down, and this fight is continuing on. Hypnotic Man just hit another one onto Goatlista, but Goatlista is dodging and weaving. T-Lights going to pick up the kill on Hypnotic, and the rest of Yiz runs for the hills. XGF picks up 2 on the Dragon.
All right, big win for XGF there. Gonna pick up that dragon like you were talking about. 2 kills, I believe, as well.
Yeah,
And so they are finding themselves in a nice lead yet again.
Yeah, this time much earlier. Like, this is already a 2,000 gold difference almost for both these teams. Only at 7 minutes. A lot of gold on this bottom lane, especially, you know, Godlista did get a couple assists in addition to the kill they got earlier. So this could be a pretty scary Callista. This Mundo getting kills, definitely not something you want to see if you're the side of Yiz. Just lets it get beefier that much faster. And, I mean, Spoobert doing, I think, much better in this matchup.
About the same. About,
Yeah.
about the same.
Hasn't died yet. That's an improvement.
That is an improvement. I think right now the biggest difference
Oh, Goatlista
is-
looking for
Ooh.
rough luck, but
is
Hypnotic-
the jungle, because Not Important is severely behind
yeah,
in camps, EXP, and gold, just about everything. Technics
Yeah.
here is going to win this 1v1, no doubt about that.
yeah, and Technics has spent a lot of time ganking too, or like kind of around objectives and stuff, so not even farming. And
Yes,
as-
but Technics has spent time ganking Not Important.
Yeah, that's true. That's the big gank is not important right there. Just stealing his stuff. Grub's coming down for XGF. The first one has fallen. And how many more will they be able to stack? Is Fat and Sweaty losing this little matchup with Spoobert? You know, Alawi is really strong right now. I know the patch is nerfing her, but or will nerf her. I don't know if
She's been nerfed.
Okay, that patch to go through. I'm a little
Yes,
on where
she's
my
been
patches
nerfed.
are.
I don't know if she's on her second round of nerfs, which is going to reduce her technical damage by 15% more.
I think that's what I was
which
thinking
is-
of. That's not through
Yeah,
yet.
so she's down 5% right now. So she might be down 15 next patch.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of a conversation on Alawi mains. As Spoobert is sustaining, is running out of mana though.
Yeah.
Gonna need to check that mana in this matchup here.
He does have phase rush, so he may have taken mana flow ban, which would definitely help out with that issue.
Yeah, mana flow ban has biscuits, so I guess just needs to pop them when necessary.
Yeah.
Bot side here, not important. Doesn't get spotted by the Callista, whatever that is.
Ghost, spooky ghost.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
spooky ghost.
hypnotic.
Oh, Hook's gonna miss.
Yeah, it does miss thanks to T-Light with that root, preventing him from getting a better angle on it. Spoobert just taking more hits from it. It's not really doing much. I mean, it's Gragas. He's just going to heal up anyways. This W, it has pretty low mana cost. And
Yeah, also can mitigate damage with the W as well.
Exactly, yeah. So this is not super great against him. Rendleman, I think, is probably in the worst spot of the XGF, but like you're Senna. Seraphine. You just need to stand there, look pretty, and occasionally throw an ult. And a beautiful ult from Spoobert, pushing Fast and Sweaty back into the
Oh!
A flash burn from Fat and Sweaty did not save him in time. Guess he really didn't need that much mana after all.
Had enough mana for the combo. Is going to get the kill. Should be able to get this push in. That's going to be a TP from Fat and Sweaty, I'm assuming, here. And nice little lead on all the lanes now, I believe.
Yeah. Spoobert, went from 0 to 100 so quickly. There's like, la-di-da, and you're in the turret. But a good play from him there.
Rod of Ages completed. Nice.
Yeah, nice. Makes him even beefier to deal and more annoying to deal with.
And more healing.
Yes, he needs healing.
Yeah.
But now 2,500 gold up. Actually, no, down. It's gone down a little bit in the last couple seconds. So 2,000 gold lead for XGF still. They're in a pretty commanding position in this game. It's looking much cleaner, much stronger, and there really aren't. Outside of the free donated kill from the DC, it's just really not anything going for Yus. They haven't got on like a single.
Yeah. So unlike game number 1, they actually have a gold lead as a team overall, but it's not concentrated. It's spread out. So that's the big difference here. Fence, what are you gonna pop the ultimate? It looks like it's on cooldown for just a bit.
Yeah, there he goes. The W's coming through, and the ult from Fat and Sweaty.
Spoobert has ult.
Damage. Ooh, Spoobert does burn it though, but I think is still in a better position. Without ult, Alawi is a lot weaker than I'd say Gragas is. Especially if he manages to get that body slam. But this fight around the dragon here, a lot of Ren stacks there. It's not important.
Okay.
Technics running away. There gets the ult burning. They're trying to.
Oh, Seraphine Charm.
Dragon. The Seraphine ult is huge. The Senna ult is huge. Sean gonna fall. Goat List is gonna pick up the kill. Oh, the Ren stacks were too short, but it doesn't matter. They pick it up. They pick up 1, 2, and 3. They might get Oxy everyone here right now. Spoobert picks up the top side. An ace for XGF across the board. Hex Tech Dragon as well, and just absolute domination.
Yep, they're going to be winning on all sides there. They get the dragon, get basically an ace. Was it an ace? Did they miss anyone?
It was ace. No, it was an ace. They got everyone.
All right, they got an ace as well. I mean, this game, not as flashy, but in terms of being
Hypnotic
winning
flashes
team.
forward for the stun. They're looking to get this kill.
Misses!
Can he get it on to Goat Lista? Oh, he does miss. T-Lights goes on a killing spree. Spoobert taking some hits right here is trying to get the turret damage down. And the Varus also missed too. The jump. You can't stop this goat. Just bam, bouncing everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, so as I was saying earlier, as a dominant show of force, this game too, looking a lot better just because of how clean it is.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. They're gonna get the 4th, 5th, and 6th grub. They got a whole minute to claim the rest of it. Actually, I think that's all of them right there. No, he's still finishing them off. Okay, but it's basically got all the grubs. That's going to make their push even better, which will be scary. Really, like, even though it's in the lead, the only spot I'm most worried about for XGF is mid lane. Rendleman just taking a huge amount of chunk right there from those lasers, but they can't. They're just not finishing anything right here. It feels like they're getting close at times. Just can't finish these kills, and I don't know. Like, how does Yis get back into this?
I mean, what do they have? I guess they have to play that front to back.
Yeah.
They probably should wait till items on their Varus as well as their Maokai because they have no items. So they might have to just play for 4th Dragon.
Oh, non-importance going forward for Go Lista. He does root him up. The Maokai ult comes through. They're going to finish this kill off pretty easily. Why wait for items when you can just get a shutdown right away?
Well, I mean, yeah, getting a pick and a shutdown, that's going to help them out a lot. But in terms of winning the game, they're probably going to need to contest 4th Dragon. I mean, 3rd Dragon is probably not going to happen.
Yeah, ooh. Spoobert
Oh, Spoobert wants this.
Yeah, he does want to take this onto Fat and Sweat. He's keeping just out of range so he can't ult him after getting the trade. Comes out ahead there. The tentacles, not going to really matter. Like, they don't really have that far range or spawn. So, like, if he just kind of stays where he is right now, he shouldn't get any more tentacles to spawn out. And there he goes. He's all safe.
Yeah, there's a very intricate map of where you want Alawi to stand for certain tentacles.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert in them, as, again, we see the Senna absolutely chunking her opponent.
Speaking of chunking, chunking there too. T-Light's gonna take a stun there from the Pike. Spoobert finds Fat and Sweaty. Fat and Sweaty gets the ult.
Oh, the timing Senna.
Yeah, the Senna ult too is gonna do quite a bit of damage there and is forced to flash out. Spoobert on the run, but is 1v3 now, 3v3. Now not important is the one on the run. Sean on the run too. Everyone's running from this. A huge Seraphine ult right there. And Rendleman's going to go on a killing spree. Technic's going to pick up one there too on the Fat and Sweaty. Now not important on the run. Not important is not long for this world and is going to go down to Spoobert finally. And Hypnotic came up too, and then because of that, they lose the bottom turret. Yis is just losing across the map right now.
Yeah, remember, notice how when I was saying wait for Yis to win this game, skirmishing on your top side was not the answer. As, I mean, it is XGF putting the pedal to the metal. They are taking this advantage and they're running away with it. They're doing it in incredible fashion again through their aggression of their jungler here. And with Rendleman roaming up, who, by the way, is looking very, very good on this serve. I mean,
yeah,
it is such a show. Everyone here, XGF, in this second game, really stepping up. And it's making it that much more difficult.
Hypnotic looking to maybe land this hook and calls it wrong at point blank. Unfortunate there. I was saying I felt like Rendleman had been the weak point, given that like the Seraphine hadn't got to do a lot, but now it's just suddenly popping off. I'm eating my words. It's looking, like you said, very strong in this game. Them and Technics are just putting on a show. But I mean, all of XGF is Spoobert looking much, much cleaner this game, looking much stronger in this matchup. And even the bot lane, despite giving over that one kill because of the DC, is still a force of aggression, and it took first turret. They are looking very good. Now, non-important is here. Go, Lista, gotta be careful. They don't want a repeat of what happened just a couple minutes ago. But yeah, this is just looking real, like 8,000 gold at this point, almost 10,000. XGF.
I think it's 9K. I think you.
Yeah. I'm missing the number in between.
Yeah.
I like even numbers. That's my favorite, the even number.
9 very odd.
Yeah,
Goat
9
Lista?
is odd. Speaking of odd, Goat Lista getting caught by that it kind of flashing. That was a little odd. I think just needed the cleanse. But that is the call that ult down. XGF is going to start up on this dragon. And yes, they're looking to be catching. Yeah, Spoobert has been caught. Flashes over, but does still take the little rolls and is still on the run. I don't think they're going to catch him. This is just too fast a Graggy. The dragon did go down during that fight, so that is dragon advantage going over to XGF. They'll continue to stay with them, and now they're on soul point. They're going to take this mid turret. They're just getting so much. Yis isn't able to stop any of this. Spoobert fought all of that. They threw the kitchen sink at him. The ult coming through. Yeah, this is feeling
using it for CC.
Yeah, using it for the CC to lock him up. The Seraphine ult
Oh,
coming
nice
through
bounce.
here. They're going to pick up one. Rendleman's going to get the ult and get the kill on the there, but the shutdown coming over from Hypnotic onto Rendleman might make that a little bit worth it for Yist, but they wasted, again, so much there. And now they're probably going to lose this bottom turret too. T-Lights is here. They've got, you know, Sean coming down to maybe try to stop it. Doesn't matter. Gone. And it's just continuing domination from XGF. It's just, they can't get out cleanly from these, like, attempts, it feels.
Yeah, they just, I mean, they don't really have that much CC, but the Trump, oh my, that is just an explosion of souls for Senna to take. I mean, I've never seen that many spawn.
From the Krugs?
Yeah, that must have been like every Krug dropped a dose.
Late game, I find with Senna, Krugs and Raptors drop a lot more souls.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's some coding issue with their soul count, but later in the game, they almost all drop a soul. It's actually nutty, and it's a way to really quickly stack them.
Yeah, a good Senna will follow their jungler around, pick up souls like crazy.
Yeah.
And for good reason.
Yeah, often if I'm support Senna, I'll actually forego like the first minion in the wave, like not getting the XP for it to take the extra soul from the start. And speaking of,
I don't know if you should do that.
yeah, it just depends. Depends on the matchup. Speaking of matchups, Rendleman tried to pick this matchup with Hypnotic, but he's gonna get caught, rooted up, bounced around, and is dead. Fat and Sweaty picking up the kill there, but Spoobert manages to throw the ult back in.
Rough Luck!
Going on a rampage right there. Rough Luck goes into and is down. Goatlista picks up the kill, and now the rest of Yis is on the run. Once again, they thought they had something clean, but they cannot get out once they're in.
Rough Luck had some rough luck.
Yeah, a lot of these players like living up to their names. And oh, Hypnotic. That was a lot of damage from T-Lights right there. Gotta be careful. The range on this, I gotta check this. What's the, actually, we'll wait till after Spoobert fights right here. Spoobert going 1v3, getting stunned up right here. Getting stunned all around, but the Sentinel coming through to give him a little bit of shield. He is gonna get
phase
out.
rush.
Yeah, phase rush does help him get out again. Now Technic's going forward, going where he pleases. This Mundo is really hard to deal with. He's just going forward. They're trying to like get him away. Yeah, the rest of the team is here. T-Lights trying to pick one up there. The ult not up for Fat and Sweaty, but oh, Spoobert throws his back, and now everyone's just kind of disengaged. These are very messy fights. It's hard to really see what's going on, but
well, they prevent the Baron on the side of Yes. Actually, game-saving play for them.
Yeah.
Sean able to successfully cut out Technics, and I mean take him down. Unfortunately, Technics has 2 health bars, and they only cut through the first one.
Yeah.
So they were not able to really find anything else other than stopping the Baron, but that was very necessary for them in this game still. Hypnotic doing a very dangerous warding mission here, and I mean, next dragon is coming up in a minute, and I don't think they fought back well enough on the side of Yis to actually defend this dragon.
Yeah, I think they're not going to be able to give it. I think they're just going to have to give over the soul. It is Chem Soul, so not the most game-changing soul I think in this game, though it will make Technics really annoying to deal with when he's below half health.
Playing with fire there.
Playing with fire. I mean, it is a Pike, so he can get out pretty easily. Of the champions they have, he is probably the best to go out and make sure they have vision, even if he wasn't the support because of his roaming capability. But yeah, they're just losing across the board right now.
All right, let's get those souls on T-Light.
Yeah, I want to see. I do want to see those souls.
Hasn't died, so has been presumably farming quite a bit. As
there we go, 77.
Oh, actually, super behind.
Yeah,
surprising.
Yeah, I mean, like they're just not getting a lot. It's hard to really stack souls in a lane with a Pike and Varus because they're going to stand so far back. You're not going to really get many opportunities to poke.
Ooh, the chunk.
Yeah,
but you know, guess what? Seraphine and Senna, they're just going to heal that right up.
Yeah.
That damage is not going to stick.
And it's not like consistent damage either. That was a full stack of the Gunblade. Hypnotic looking for fishing. He's going fishing, doesn't find anything. And Spoobert just pushing away on this top side. Fat and Sweaty is just not, like, he's kind of pushing him off, but more just for the wave. Dragon is started up. Fan Sweaty could teleport in, but I feel if he does that, he's going to lose.
Has to
his-
wait for Spoobert to tell.
Yeah, non-important's ulting in. The
No
dragon
steal.
will fall, though. It's not going to get stolen. Now, non-important has to flash out and get away. Sean flashes too, but here's the teleport. Spoobert's on the hunt in the back, goes forward with the ult and locks in Sean into place. He's going to go down eventually. Spoobert going to pick up. He'll go on a rampage.
Ballista,
Spoobert
go
gonna fall,
Ballista.
though. Not-important is going to fall as well. A shutdown going over to the side of Hypnotic, and he's going to barely manage to get out a 1-for-2 trade in favor of XGF. Oh, they might be able to pick up another here for ES. The ult over from Hypnotic is not going to land, though, onto Rendleman. And now it's just the siege of the base. Meanwhile, Fat and Sweaty has just been pushing this top side, but hasn't gotten anything and is forced to back as the base is cracked open. XGF is on the path to victory right here. Are they going to continue forward? No, they're going to back up. They've got a lot of gold to spend. And actually, they might even go for that. They might just go straight for this Baron.
Yeah, they can definitely pick this out on the way out. They have some people backing. They have TP on Rendleman.
Yeah, I don't think
It looks like they're just going to go for a full reset. Not going to tempo it. And, I mean, they're in no rush.
Yeah.
10k gold lead. They don't have to. They can pretty much win any team fight.
Yeah, this is just becoming
I mean,
a more of a matter of when than if for the side of XG Fairy. They're just so far in lead, and it's just, even the tanks of Yis just melts before the Senna, the Callista, even the Seraphim's damage is absolutely absurd right now. There's just so little in the ways for Yis to do this. They need, I feel like they need Fat and Sweaty for these fights.
Yeah, but Alawi, I mean, yeah, she's good if the team just runs into her, but
Yeah,
other than that, doesn't contribute much to a team fight.
Yeah,
And they
really
have Pike as well. I mean, the Pike is not a good team fighter either.
Yeah, this is just that's the
Hypnotic got
most I
slowed.
can think of. Yeah, Hypnotic getting slow, getting knocked back, and it's just gone. T-Lights goes unstoppable. And now that's the call. Starting up the Baron. Technics' Onyx not important is here, but it's just getting poked out by the support. Oh, it's such a scary one. There goes the Blast Cone. And now the Baron is just burning down. I don't even think Yis is going to even glance in that direction. It's going to fall. That's going to XG Fairy. And it feels like it's just a matter of time until this game is over for a win for them.
I mean, 11k gold lead. So if there's one thing I can notice about XGF is they like to play it slow. I mean, they do like to stack their dragons. They don't want to play acceleration. They just keep themselves a nice and steady pace the entire game. So far, showing in game 2, despite how the early game was going, they're just really solid on their stacking.
Hypnotic
And
looking for
with this
something on
Baron
the back.
and the mid inhib going down, looks like
Oh.
a flank heroic play might be their answer.
Yeah, non-important gets the root down, is gonna hit up Technics, but now everyone is kind of pushed back and corralled into this very narrow space. It's a good spot for Alawi to ult. Going
Oh,
forward
the
with the
damage going
Ballista,
through.
though, is gonna pick up Sean. They're gonna take him down, but they're gonna lose non-important at the same time. Bad and Sweaty
Spoobert
still
on the
ulting,
flank.
still slapping, doing everything it can. Hypnotic's gonna take down T-Light, so that is gonna be a shutdown, but Fat and Sweaty finally falls. It took 3 of them to take out 2. It's both AD carries, but I don't think it's going to matter for the side of XGF. With so many members down, they're just going to go for the end of this game right here. Hypnotic was trying to stop that
Rough
teleport.
Luck can't defend on his own.
Does not have enough
Oh,
armor.
Spoobert,
Can't-
what?
Spoobert, you gotta be careful, man. The game's not that close to over, though it is now. Spoobert, while tanking everything, doesn't matter. Technic's gonna finish up this Nexus, finish up this series, and continue XGF's undefeated streak. This team, they play slow, but they play very clean.
Look, Raptor, if there's one thing to be scared of, it's a confident XGF. And
Yeah.
no one wants to be. No one wants a confident XGF, as they are just looking like absolute killers of this group. Who took them out? Who did they lose to? Because they just beat the 4-1 seed 2-0. Didn't look like they broke a sweat. Technics looking crazy.
Actually,
I'm gonna need the down low, Raptors. Who has slain this giant?
nobody. They're actually 5-0 now. They were undefeated.
Oh, they were
Yeah.
the undefeated team.
The
Yeah,
only
sorry,
time-
they were the undefeated team.
Yeah,
My mistake.
They have lost 1 game.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Who
Okay.
did they lose to?
They lost a game It was week number 1 to Glacial Knights.
Okay, so they were probably not warmed up yet. But guess what, Raptor?
Yeah.
They're warmed up now. They've
yeah.
been getting into a nice groove, and it's going to take a hell of a team to take them out.
Yeah, it is going to. I mean, if the number 2 team can't even do it and get smashed like this, like who is there? The only option I see, like, who's going to really step up here? The best bet, I think, would be in the last week. ID Fruit, ID Honey Fruit is also 3-1, so they're technically tied in second. With Yoshi's Internet Sucks. So if they gave it up, like that's I think the next best shot at XGF. Next week they've got True Mind Gaming. True Mind sitting at 5th right now at 2-2. I mean, XG Fairy's last 3 weeks is the toughest week. And if they come out of this undefeated, I just don't know, like who is there to challenge this team at this point.
I mean, we have to start looking at other groups at this point, Raptor. Group A, Group B, you're going to need to produce a team that is capable of going toe-to-toe with the Fairy squad. I mean, these are tough Fairies. You do not want to mess with them.
Yeah, I would 100% this up. They will be making that push into the buy into the quarterfinals, which you definitely you don't want to end up facing anybody from the other side.
Being top of your group is going to be important. Do you want to be fighting XG Fairy? I don't think so. Yeah. So being number 1 seed in the other groups, you guys got to keep yourself tuned in as well. With that, I believe that we are going to be transitioning into an interview. I'm not sure who we're going to have yet here, Raptor, but with that, I think I'm going to pass it to you to close it out for us casters here.
Yes, indeed. I'm hoping it's Technics. He's my MVP for this series.
Oh, man, yeah, for sure.
Monster on the Nico.
Or Goat Lista. One of those.
Yeah, or Goat Lista. Both of them just just blew it out of the park today. But that will do it from us. We are throwing it over to an interview. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for me and Crims, we'll see you next week.
Best days passes by, and most long for a place that they never find. I'm afraid I wake up when I die, and it is too late to climb any mountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over.
Oh, it was so great. All right. Well, hello, everybody. This is Northward. We've got Rendleman from XGF here. Rendleman, how are you feeling about that win?
Yo, feeling pretty good, honestly. Especially after like the tech issues we were having with our ADC's computer. I first and foremost want to say shout out to Yoshi's for being so patient working with us. We kind of went back and forth and cut each other some slack with some stuff from tonight's match. So just really thankful for the sportsmanship from those guys. But yeah, we're feeling great. This was like our most anticipated match coming into the first 5 weeks. You know, kind of snoozers for the first 4 weeks. This is the first real challenge that we were really prepared for, and you know we can't be any happier than with a 2-0, right? So.
No, of course. No, it's always awesome to speak at a 2-0. I think casters were saying you guys have only dropped a single game this split, so that's always impressive. You kind of talked a little bit about in the second game how you had those unexpected challenges. But like, what would you guys say was, did you guys have a big game plan? Like, what were you guys trying to do coming into this game?
Yeah, so game plan wise, we had a pretty distinct idea of how we wanted the draft to start out and to permeate. We knew that just by the basic meta of league right now, especially in competitive in this kind of Emerald, Diamond, Elo, like Maokai and Karma are like really broken. So we knew that those champs were going to get thrown around a lot, and we really like Senna right now. So we were fine with them picking B1 Maokai, which we assumed was going to happen. That's just kind of stock standard, and we got to play our kind of front to back enchanter plus tank team comp, and we just did what we wanted to do. We just really everything was just kind of handed to us draft wise. Like we pulled up and wanted to play, like I said, this front to back comp and fight them at every objective possible, and we did. It really was that simple. Obviously without the issue at the start of the game, where Frodo died under turret, but
No, that's awesome. I mean, that's one of those things. I think you guys also threw some big curveballs in draft. Watching game one, and I'm sitting there like, okay. There's a Nico mid, Aatrox top, Kled. What is? Where's this? Like Kled jungle? What on earth? So like, you guys definitely threw some curveballs. Then coming back with the Mundo flex in game two. I mean, I think that was one of the things that I kind of noticed. It's like, oh wow, like you guys have some draft prep going on. But like, was there anything that that Yoshi's pulled out that you guys are like surprised about?
Yeah, the Silas was a bit interesting in mid. I'm a bit unfamiliar with a lot of the players in this elo. Historically in competitive, I've been playing in old gold, new plat or whatever for the last couple of years. So I don't really know a lot of guys here. I saw he had a couple of games with Silas, but I really wasn't expecting it, especially with the draft state. Like, I don't think Silas is a very favorable matchup into Nico and Lane. And I get there's like the value of like Nico and Maokai ult, but seemed a little unfavorable, in my opinion. That was probably the most surprising thing. Everything else seemed pretty expected to what we thought was going to happen. And when it comes to our draft prep, we really pride ourselves as a team in like our flexible champ pools, being able to pick a lot of different champs and flex them around, like you highlighted, like the Mundo flex. We had the Seraphine flex as well, that you instantly chose Senna Seraphine, and then we ended up moving it mid because we wanted a favorable bot lane matchup into the Varus Pike, which is kind of a typical answer into that. So yeah, we call it getting ferried, is what we say. So we definitely ferried the fuck out of them this series.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Getting fair. I haven't heard that before. I might have to.
Yep.
Might have to add that to the dictionary. But
New vocabulary.
yes, exactly. I mean, so obviously, you had the, ferried. You ferried the draft. I don't know if I'm using that right, but flexing everything around the draft. Is there a player that you want to give a specific shout out to?
Oh man, it's really I'm so thankful to play on the team with everybody on this roster. Like we were talking right after the end, high on the win and stuff. Like I really think that everybody on this team plays a pivotal role to our success right now. I think replace any player on this team and it's just not the same. If I had to give a shout out to anybody specifically, I mean, I'd have to shout out my boy Frodo. Putting up with the PC crash tech issues. He gets killed under turret. He shows back up to lane, and him and Lights just get a 2v2 kill instantly. I mean, those guys are going crazy, man. Shout out to everybody, but I guess specifically Frodo for popping off despite the tech issues.
No, amazing. Yeah, that's a great way to turn that lane back around. Final thing, moving forward. I mean, are we going undefeated? Are we going, the whole distance? I mean, what's the plans? What's the plans moving forward?
That's a great question. With this 5-0, I'm pretty sure we're locked playoffs. I can't just off rip think of a way that we're not making playoffs at this point, being 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're gonna pencil in and tentatively say that Fairy is playoff bound, that's really where our sights are set at. If we end up finishing undefeated 7-0, that's awesome. I really don't think we care that much about that as much as we do preparing for playoffs, playing against the other teams in the groups, doing our scouting, and doing what we can to win the championship. That's really all we care about.
Perfect. Awesome. So again, great job on the win today. Anything you want to say to the fans and the viewers out there watching?
Just thanks to everybody for tuning in. I saw a bunch of people in the chat, either from the XG org or just friends of the players, like shouting everybody out, getting hype. We always really appreciate that. Thanks obviously to you and to production and the whole team for putting on the stream and being so gracious to have people be interviewed after wins. It's really cool, really gratifying. I appreciate it.
No, it's awesome to hear hear the strats and hear a little bit behind the curtain. So no, thank you so much. Congrats again on the win, and we will be back next week for Conqueror. Tune in tomorrow for more Titan games, and with that, we will see you guys around.
Peace out.